Thanks for clicking on the video. If you're here, apparently you're really interested in the newly released Exodus 2400. This is by OUPES, and I'll tell you what, I've been really surprised. I've had it roughly about 6-7 days, and I have put it through the mills. I mean, day and night I have been running it. I'm surprised I ain't tore it up, but this thing has run like a tank. I'm really surprised. It's built well, and believe it or not, as big as this thing is, it's only 45 pounds. That really surprised me. I've got a 2,000 watt unit in my bedroom, weighs 60 pounds. So that shows you how far OUPES has come on new technology, making it smaller. And I'll tell you what, so far it's run like a champ, but comes with a warranty card, 3 years. They have great warranty and great customer service, hands down, second to none. I will vouch for that. You get your manual, very well illustrated, everything you need to know. It comes with your solar MC4 to Anderson for solar charging. It comes with your car lighter port to Anderson. That way you can charge on the go. If you're an RVer or a camper, or you just travel, charge it as you're just driving. Then, as always, your AC cord to hook it up to the wall outlet and charge it that way. It's got really big, thick handles. I'm 6'3". Believe it or not, I do got big hands. It might not look like it on video, I don't know. But I can put my hand in this really easy. I love the handles. I don't get that little cut on the top of your hand when you're trying to carry it around. It's very well made. You got your exhaust airflow on the left side, your intake airflow on the right. On the back, you have your little breaker, surge protector. Over here, you have your AC input with a little door. Here you have your Anderson solar input, and that is 12 volt on the low and 80 volt on the high end. Now, hanging on the back, you'll get this card. It's a tip card. It's telling you when you receive this, in whatever state battery charge it's in, whether it's 50% or 60%, they want you to deplete the battery until 0%, then plug it up and recharge it to 100. It just helps the BMS system, so they know what they're talking about. So just read that and do what they say. So this is a 2,232 watt hour unit, 2,400 watt continuous output. It went to sleep on me there. If you don't use it, it will die and shut itself off. I've got it set for 5 minutes. I forgot about that, to be honest with you. I'll turn the AC on. Maybe that'll keep it awake. And your screen, you can just tap it and it'll go to sleep, and tap it back and it'll come back on. But again, and I'm sorry to change the subject, 2,400 watt output continuously. It has a 2,600 watt boost mode, which we'll talk about in a moment. And then it has a 4,500 watt surge peak power, like an air compressor or refrigerator. It has to ramp up real quick. It can go up to 4,500 watts. My refrigerator, it'll ramp up to around 1,000, maybe 1,200 on the surge. So plenty of room. And again, I'm really amazed how light it is, 45 pounds. Well, let's get a closer look and I'll explain all the ports to you. Here we have the DC button on and off switch, and that supplies the power to this square, which is your lighter port, and your 5521 barrel ports. You get 2 of them. That is 12 volt, 10 amp. Over here you have a DC. Right there is the DC power button for this square. And you have 2 USB-C 140 watt. You have 4 18 watt USB-A. Turn that off. Oh, I had it off. You have your AC right here, 120 volt. You got 4 receptacles. Right there is your AC power button. On the screen, it shows the state of battery, which is 98%. If you are charging it, the blue ring will go clockwise. If you're discharging slowly, it will go counterclockwise. It's showing the time remaining right here, which nothing's plugged up. Right here is your output. If it was drawing any watts, it would show you the amount of wattage right there. And if we were inputting, that wattage would show right below that one. So here is your power button, the on and off. And again, you can just tap it and the screen will go to sleep. Tap it and it'll come back on. Turn everything off right here. And now this has slow and fast charge. And to do that, you have an IoT button right here, which is for your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. You can see them blinking. Turn that off. Now, to do the slow and fast charge, your left-handed side DC power button and the IoT button, press them at the same time. It's asking me to select the H for high, which is fast charge, or I can click the IoT button and it'll go to low for L, the low charge for slow. So tap it again, H, tap it again, low. I want the slow, hold the power button, success, hold the power button one more time to go to the main screen, and there you go. Very simple. You have a QR code sticker right on the top of the unit right here. Scan it with your phone's camera. It will take you to the app. Then you can install this on the app, which is very simple. You just more or less hit a plus sign, and that's it. Then you can control all the features from your phone. Now the boost mode that it has, if you go above 2400 watt output, the boost mode will go up to 2600 watt output, but you do not want to use sensitive electronics like TVs, laptops, computers. They require a certain amount of watts and voltage, and you just really don't want to do that. So far as sensitive items, I wouldn't go past the 2400 watts. But far as like an air compressor, a light, a little electric heater, that's all great for going in the boost mode. So just remember, your boost mode is from 2400 to 2600. And what boost mode does is it lifts your amps and lowers your voltage. That way it can spread out the electricity that it's producing a little bit more. And the best way I can put that to you is imagine a 70 watt light bulb, how bright it is. If you lifted the amps and lowered the volts, that light bulb would dim a little bit. It would still be on and putting out good light, but it wouldn't be as bright. So that's the best way I can explain it. So again, for as sensitive items, do not put them in the boost mode. Keep them at 2400 watts or lower. If you're just using electric heater and lights, air compressor, stuff like that, hey, that's what the boost mode is for. So we got that out of the way. And on the fast charge, on AC, you can get up to 1400 watt max. On the solar, you can get 800 watt max. So just remember that. On slow charge, I charge this from 0 to 100 in 3 hours and about 10 minutes. So that ain't bad. Fast charge, roughly an hour and a half, give or take just a few minutes. And I'm talking 5 minutes or less. It just comes out at different times. I don't know if it's the wattage coming into my home or what. But again, fast charge, about an hour and a half roughly. And then 3 hours and 10 minutes on slow charge. And that's on your AC. Now, these are good for a backup emergency, off-grid, medical. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to take it in here and I'm going to show you how much it will run all by itself. So bear with me. We'll take it in the other room. Here we are in my pantry. This is my breaker box. You can see my back door. But I want to show you how good this thing really runs and how you can depend on it in a power outage. So I'm going to turn off all my breakers. There went the lights. So everything is off right there. As you can see, no lights on my stove, no clock. Now I've already hooked it up. I've got the Exodus 2400 in my bedroom. It's plugged up to my solar line right here going to my bedroom. You can see the light on right there. The light's on. Here's my double door refrigerator. The light is on. There you go. I've got it plugged up right there. And I'm sorry that it's dark, but that's the whole point. Here is my other refrigerator. The light's on. Here is my large freezer. It's on. That's my security system. Sorry about that. And my TV is on, but I forgot to plug up my router. But it is on. There it is. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm running 2 large upright deep freezers, 2 refrigerators, and my TV. Sorry, let me turn this off. But yes, in a power outage, 2 refrigerators, 2 deep freezers, my TV. Let's go in here and so you can see my lights are off. Let me show you this. This is my kitchen lights right there. It's on. Nothing. So I just wanted to show you that. And this light here is running off of my Exodus 1500. That way we can see a little bit. Here is the 2400. Right now it is drawing 204 watts. Now that's 2 freezers, 2 refrigerators, and my TV. Now, I'm sure none of the heaters are on, the defrosters in my freezers. They're just literally running. Now it's at 204, 205. But I've tested this numerous times since I've had it. Regular, it's about 350, because usually one of them is on defrosting, but it'll run around 350. And with the TV, it'll run about 450. So actually, none of my freezers or refrigerators are defrosting at the moment. But that shows you how much more wattage I have there. One of them just kicked on defrosting. We are up to 339, 337. So there we go. But I just wanted you to see how much you could run off of the Exodus 2400. I mean, we have 2400 watts that we can play with. But yet, right now, I'm only using 346, 347 watts. So imagine what else you could plug up to this. So we'll take it back in the kitchen and talk a little more. So there, you've seen what this thing can do. Now imagine if there was a real blackout. You know, I showed you that it can run 2 refrigerators, 2 freezers, and my 70-inch TV. Well, I tested this out on just my kitchen refrigerator from 100% until it went to 0% and shut off. It ran 20 hours and 22 minutes, which really amazed me. I'll be honest with you. I did not think it would go that far, but it did. So that was super great. And I done another test on both fridges and both freezers, all 4, from 100% to 0%. It ran all of them for 6 hours and 20 minutes, which is, to me, outstanding because all of them are large. So you can imagine in your home, my wife cooks a lot. everybody don't have 2 freezers and 2 refrigerators. If you've just got 1 refrigerator like normal people, you know, this thing would last, like I said, 20 hours at least, you know, maybe more if you just got the little single fridge in my dining room, because that don't use nothing like my double door fridge. So you could even go longer. You know, TV, little electric heater, whatever you may need, coffee pot, induction stove, that way you can cook. This thing really is amazing. I'm really surprised how great it did run. And I done an efficiency test on it, and to my surprise, it got a whopping 88%. To me, that is super great. No complaints there. Again, I have loved playing around with this thing. In a real scenario, a blackout, you would be covered for quite a while if you done your essentials, a refrigerator, coffee pot, you know, radio, stuff like that. If you really wanted to just stretch it out and only use what you had to, I believe this really could get you by probably a couple of days if you use it right. So now that you've seen this, I hope that maybe you check into it, go to OUPES' website, learn about it, and just to let you know, if you subscribe or join with your email on their website or on their Facebook page, they will send you little links when they're having sales, save you a lot of money. So I just wanted you to know that. I'm going to leave the link in the description to their website. I have a 5% discount code, save you a little bit of money. Also, I'm going to leave the Amazon link for this right here. That way you can get on there and check it out yourself. You know, this is really one I'll really push you if you're looking at a power station. Check it out. I'm telling you, I have a lot of power stations by a lot of brands. This thing is a horse. I'm telling you, it's a workhorse. Out of my 2,000 watt range power stations, this is the biggest one I have. You know, I got a Blue Eddy, it puts out 2,000 watts. You know, I'm telling you, this right here is a workhorse. Check into it. There's nothing budget about it but their prices. And again, their customer service and warranty, second to none. I give you my word on that. I brag on them all the time. I've had to deal with a lot of companies, and I'm telling you, I've never had a problem out of OUPES. Never. But yeah, you just need to check into it. And I'm just going to bring this up. A lot of my viewers already know this. I've had a double lung transplant in 2018. A lot of people that's on oxygen, when their power goes out and that electric oxygen concentrator, when they have no power, they will smother to death. It scares them. It just makes it really hard for them. If you have someone in your family, grandparents, parents, maybe a spouse, this is something worth really looking into seriously. Because then when the power goes out, you just literally unplug the oxygen concentrator from the wall into your OUPES. Hey, you got power. And if you're just running that oxygen concentrator, literally, I would say a good day and a half to 2 days maybe on this right here. And if you have solar, you can just keep it going. So it's just something to think about. And your elderly people who are at home in a hospital bed, most of them are electric now. I ain't seen a crank one in a long time. If they're in one position and the power goes off, you're not moving that. So just think, it's going to get to them breathing wise, pain wise. Something like this, you plug that bed up to it and they can still use it. You know, CPAP machines, you know, you really just need to look into it. But again, for RVers, campers, this thing is great. Easy to pack. Again, 45 pounds. It just amazes me how they got this much power and it's only 45 pounds. But camping and RVers, this is great. You know, and again, emergencies. So please check the link in the description for their Amazon link and the website link for OUPES with my 5% discount. I really and highly recommend this unit. I truly do. Not because they sent this to me. If this was another brand and this is what it done, I tell you the same thing. But OUPES, I'm telling you, is an outstanding company. Again, warranty and customer service, you ain't going to beat them. So check it out. I thank you for stopping by. And again, thank you, OUPES, for sending this for us to review. We really appreciate it. Hey, everybody, thank you. Any questions, please just leave them in the comments or email me. My email's in the description. And I do thank you for stopping by. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Hey, just thank you very much, and God bless each and every one of you. Until the next video, take care.